Oh, air compressor. What a week. Sure.
There we are.
What's up? Got the new little one. Yeah. An hour early.
Yes.
Well, and a day early too. I mean, if we're really counting.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
really early.
you know, I mean, we start at 6 on Saturday, so it's 7 to 6. So
Yeah.
I mean, hey, let's be honest. Who cares? I mean, does anybody really want to work? It's Friday. What's up from Ohio? I'll shut off.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just keep it.
Oh. It's all good.
Okay. All right. So, how you guys see? We have the little one. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you know. So
What did they say? You
this
can
is the
throw
waterproof
this
one. This is the one that when you throw it into the water, it'll automatically speaker up. So it's pretty cool.
And still playing.
And it's still playing.
That's
So this
pretty
is the small 100 bullfrog that we're having to fun. And of course, you could still screw it into a cool.
What's up, Cardiff? What's
lots
up,
of
Victor?
Fun. So,
Kyle.
how was everyone's week?
What's up, Julio?
I'm gonna go. Ours sucked.
Ours sucks.
Yeah, ours sucked.
Totally.
Ours
You
sucked.
guys, yeah.
But hey, who cares? That was in the past. Today's in the future.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys got an opportunity to check out today's show. That was kind of fun. Dean, I thought you didn't like it. I do not like frogs. However, it
Like
doesn't
the-
have a frog on it per se. And let's
You
be
don't like
honest,
the
it's
frog,
cool.
but
I mean,
the bullfrog, he like that.
no, I don't like bullfrogs. The box is creepy as hell. I mean, it's like, you know, it's got this is like,
Canada.
this is the side of the box. It's got this giant on it. So it sits on the counter like this so that you can't see. And I don't know. I mean, this is supposed to be a foot. That's
Yeah.
pretty creepy foot though. I look at it more as like a splash. So I'm fooling myself. I know.
What is wrong with the frogs? Nothing.
But that's okay. And for size comparison, so here's the 200, and then here's the 100. Now the nice thing, just like the 200, it's got speakers on both sides.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why it really doesn't matter when it flips over. It's just always gonna flip for the speaker up. Ribbit,
Yeah.
ribbit. What's up from Detroit? So
Yep. So what's going on, people?
And I do have to say, I was, after last Saturday's show, when I was driving home, and we've been playing with this thing now for what, 2 weeks almost?
Mm-hmm.
This will be 2 weeks we've been playing with this. We use it every day. We're getting about three days?
3 days, yeah.
3 days, unless
Straight.
we leave it on all night, in which case, surprisingly, the battery dies.
Yeah.
But when I was driving home yesterday after jamming on it, I was like, man, my factory stereo sucks in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
The bullfrog sounds better.
I was tempted to just throw the bullfrog in the passenger seat and be like some of our friends when their radios, there's customers where they show up and
Yeah,
like,
with the
oh
with the
god,
Bluetooth speaker, yeah.
which one will sound better, 4/8 in a sealed box or 212 sealed in a Honda Accord 2017 P2 Rockfords? Ooh, Bass King, that's a good question. Now, back in the day, as they like to say, when I had my 2097, 93, I had a 93 Mitsubishi Eclipse. And at that time, I was thinking, hey, you know what would be really cool? I hadn't done yet. I'd done 215s, 210s, 410s, 212s. I was like, I've done 110. I wanted to do 2/8 in a bandpass. So I built the whole floor of the car was 2/8 in a bandpass. I used the Orion GT 600 or there was a 620 and a 420 or 680 and a 480. Anyways, there were these long skinny amplifiers. I still have one in my garage.
Cybertruck, how you doing, buddy?
So the thought process was, I'm gonna do these 2/8 in a bandpass because it's cool and I had never done it in my own car. So I was thinking, let's do this.
Hi, Brazil.
And I rocked that for about 2 years, And I was like, you know what? Let's pull this out and see what 110 in a bandpass sounds like. So I put 110 in a bandpass in, and I was like, yeah, I like this. I like this. Now, 8s have come a long way since then and now, and a long way. I mean, you know, you guys have seen the video. You have an 8 in your car right now.
I have one 8 in my.
And you had
actually a P2.
Yeah, you have a P2 8 in your car right now, and you know, 8s are definitely a lot better built than they were back in the Orion XTR days. So. You had a 12 before that. You had just a, you know.
It's a boomy, like crazy sound.
Yeah. So now
now it's actually
more musical.
Like more musical, more to the level.
We did those 4 L7s in that F-150.
Yeah.
And that thing sounded. They were L7 8s, and an F-150 under the seat. That was probably. 4. That was 4. Remember we did 4. Yeah. He's talking 4 8s or 2 12s.
Yeah.
Those 4 8s were like
the
loud. I mean, we did what's the Fox box?
The Fox box.
And the F-150s, and we thought that was impressive.
We put the ALP on our types.
And we thought that was impressive.
And we were like, oh my god, this
But
is
those 4 8s were stupid. So I guess the moral of the story is try 4 8s.
Yeah.
If you get nice ones, I mean, you know, like you has the P2, 4 P2 8s, 4 P3 8s, nice sealed box, probably sound okay.
Yeah. No, actually, they're gonna sound good. They're gonna sound good.
What's up from Jamaica? Hi guys, Trinidad.
What's up?
You ever used German? No, I have not. Yeah, no, I haven't. Fernando needs a 2 P3 12s.
What's up from Orlando?
If they would fit,
yeah, it doesn't fit, man.
Is there any way? Is there any way to wire a center channel in 0800 without a DSP? If so, what speaker do you recommend, or just get rid of it? I would just get rid of it. So, here's the secret to. There's no upmixing being done on the center channel. What I mean by upmixing. And if you want to know a lot about upmixing, go to Audio Frog and check out what Andy writes there, because he's the upmixing king. Like he's the guy. He's the one that knows. Anyways, upmixing is when you take the sound from the left and the sound from the right, and you extract out a center image. Now, most DSPs, almost all DSPs do not do that. What they're doing is they're not upmixing it. They're just giving you a mono channel out of the center, in which case, that's it. It's you can fade, you left. It's kind of like a subwoofer. You get a non-fade output for the subwoofer. Most center channel outputs of DSP are a non-fade output. So, what that means is that if you want a center channel out of DSP, essentially you need a 2-channel amplifier bridged with the left and right input, so it's monoed out, running to the center channel. And so that you have... keep it...
Let me see. Yep.
Sorry.
And if it's again.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why is our internet sucking?
No idea, man. Yeah.
Are we still frozen?
No, look. It's glitching boom right there.
Why is it glitching? Ah.
Okay, hang on, just get
I know.
So just let us know if you guys still seeing this video output low. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming, as such as the video will experience
What video out?
Okay.
YouTube's receiving what? Video output low. YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming, such as viewers will experience buffing. That's just cool.
I think we have to do the update.
No, I don't think it's that, because we were having the same problem with the phone earlier today. Seems to be okay now.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so let's keep going.
Alright, so anyways, as we were talking about center channel,
yeah.
Sorry for the glitch.
Clear. Okay,
yeah,
it's better now.
Alright, let's keep our fingers crossed so we can make it through this. So anyways, if you get a 2-channel amplifier or a 4-channel, it doesn't matter. Either way, if you bring in a left and a right signal of that and you take a mono 4-channel output and go to a center channel, as long as you have volume control for that channel. That is key, volume control for that channel, so that you can control its elevation. All you're going to be doing is kind of blending it in with the volume coming out of the speakers in the dash. Is it totally necessary? No. It's not going to sound as good as an upmixed signal, which would be where they actually extract and make a center channel with EQ and frequencies. But it's not going to be the end of the world, and it will give you sound. Now, in comparison, that's essentially what you have in most of these Toyotas anyways, and you definitely have that in the Ford. They're not upmixing, they're just throwing in a center channel, and there's very little EQ done to it at all. In the Toyota, that's what they do. They take a signal from the left, they take a signal from the right, and they mono it into the speaker. And if you're not careful when you hook up an aftermarket system, you can actually, if you leave the center channel in, you can short out the amplifiers. It's a lot of fun.
Right.
But there you go. So that's a really long answer for a really simple question.
All right. I have an Alpine V12 MRV.
Yeah.
1000.
Yep.
And a kicker 10 2 ohm.
Yeah.
Right? Can I run the Alpine bridge? I mean, why do you
2 ohm bridged?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's a 10.
Well, what amp is it again?
It's a MRV 1000.
Okay.
A V12.
So he's got a. All right.
He
so
has
he's got the V12.
A kicker 10.
Right.
The CVR 10.
Yeah.
Dual 2.
Dual 2. So that's going to be 4 ohm or 1 ohm.
Uh-huh.
That's 4 ohm or 1 ohm. So no, you're going to run at 4 ohm. Yeah.
All right. Car Give say the Aston Martin was nice.
Yeah, that was a cool little car. So the funny thing is we had to redo all the audio tracks in those. So for those of you guys who don't know, we put up a new series that we started today. Hey guys, what's going on, Ram?
What's up, Ram?
And so we had to change all the audio in them because when we originally did those, they weren't Google approved audio. So we had to add. So if you're like, wait a minute, this, if anybody caught that, because those videos were shot a long time ago. A long time ago. I actually found a couple. We shot 3 of them last night when we were doing it.
Yeah.
There will be more. Next week you'll get one. I'm not gonna put them all out at once because I know that'll drive some of you guys crazy. So we'll just release them here and there.
Little by little.
But I found some more too. So we got a couple of those that we're gonna have fun with.
All right. You ready?
Have you had a chance to look at the Alpine 4-channel amps? No, we haven't gotten those yet in Bass King. Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
All right, let me see. Talking about sub boxes and the F-150,
yeah.
I see some boxes with the subs close together, like close to another one. And some, they are like far apart. What's the logic behind this?
So really, a lot of the times it has to do with the width of the box. So, if you're putting a box in a trunk, sometimes you only have so much room that you can make the box wide. Move them closer together. Most of the time, if you're building a box, you want to try to keep everything on the same plane. Meaning you got your woofers, you got your port down the center, or you got your 2 woofers, you got your ports on the outside. That's really it. I mean, there's no big secret to it. Sometimes, like what Kicker had to do in order to make theirs more narrow, is they'd put the port out the side, and that's doable too.
What's
it really doesn't matter.
Vegas?
But most of the time, what would happen is the reason why you'd move the subs. Now, some people might say that it's so you can compound, so you can load them, closer, overlapping frequencies and all that silliness. But a lot of the times, it just comes down to the width of the box.
All right. Hi, this is Nick. Hey guys, question. I have a 2013 Camaro RS with the best. What is the best power subwoofer that you recommend? Memphis, Kicker, or the brand?
When it comes to a powered subwoofer, we use the Rockford P300 10 or 12, and that is our go-to amplified, and it sounds great. It integrates into anything. It's high level, low level, or anything like that. That's what we do. Someone asked on here, is any mumblings of an update for the 4400s? None. You know, they definitely need an update, but so far no one has said anything. And Pioneer doesn't. Pioneer just release updates, and then we're just like, oh crap, there was an update. Oh, okay.
All right. This is one of the common questions. Is there a single DIN or double DIN that does anything the Pioneer 80 PRS does?
No. Not really. Not even
really.
close. You know?
I need both sides for my 3 vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem with the 80 PRS, and as far as Pioneer is concerned, is that they've made that radio. It's already in production. They have them in the warehouse. They have no desire to update it because that's not where they're at. They just keep making it because you guys keep buying it. That's it. You know, the 8800 is the closest thing they've ever come up close to that. But, and I was just talking with them the other day about it, and I was like, would it kill you guys to come up with a high end, like an 8400 that, maybe compete against Kenwood and make something that's like awesome? Take your, like you guys always ask, PRS 80 and a video head unit, would that kill you? And they just looked at me like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, oh, okay. Sorry, just thought I'd ask.
Frank, no, you need amplifier if you want to add a subwoofer on a car.
Yeah,
So
you're definitely gonna want a subwoofer.
the 7200 NEX is not gonna
something.
give you that. So it has the input, but
Well, so there is a switch inside of the Pioneers where you can switch the rear output to power a small 4-ohm subwoofer with the rear outputs.
okay.
It's gonna be 50 watts, and it's just enough to power like an 8-inch. It was made so that you could power a factory subwoofer off of the rear channels. You take like left positive, right negative, so you take like green and purple black, and that would power a subwoofer. But then you couldn't run 4 speakers off of the front.
Right.
I don't know why they did this, because it makes no sense. You're still going to need an amp if you got 4 speakers. But it was something that they did. I think maybe you could take like the brick amplifier and but I still wouldn't do that because I'd use the brick amplifier. It's a crazy thing that they put in there.
So technically what you need to do is get an amplifier so you can add a subwoofer.
Yeah, and there's enough small amplifiers. Someone asked, no, we haven't worked with the Morel subwoofers yet. We haven't even really brought them in.
Which ones?
The Morel subwoofers.
Oh yeah.
What was that? High ends. Hey, there's your Sony. We actually have a DEX P99 in stock. If anybody's interested in one of those, we got one. So we bought the 26th or 50th or 100th anniversary package they had where you got like amp, speakers, and subs and that radio. So if any of you guys need that radio, give Paul a call, 727-216-6170. He'll be more than happy to sell it to you. So I tossed around the idea for about a minute of buying that one for my car, and I was like, no. Why would I? I would buy the Sony. Because I want the FLAC files.
Of course. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. What is the best way to run 2 4-channel amps on 2 set of components going active? 1 amp on the right channel, 1 on the left channel, other on the tweeters, 1 of the mid bass.
Okay, so I liked pairs on channels. So for example, if like this, you have 8 channels of sound, you have 8 channels of amplifier. Yeah, sure, you could like do this cool down one side, down the other side, but for me personally, I like channel 1, channel 2, tweeter, channel 3, channel 4, mid bass, channel 1, channel 2, rear, channel 3, channel 4, rear, mid bass. I like them matched like that as opposed to channel 1 tweeter, channel 2 mid bass, only because I feel the amplifier is designed to work that way, and the impedance difference might cause some issues down the road. Now, this is just mental, and that's just how I feel. But anytime I wire up, that's how I like to do it. I like to have, plus it just makes testing easier and troubleshooting easier if each channel is dedicated to one specific thing. Like channel 1 and 2 fronts are going to do tweeter.
All right,
and I don't have to worry about it.
What is your favorite amplifier for a subwoofer?
Do you have one?
No.
I really don't have one.
No.
I mean, I've never... sadly enough, I mean, obviously back in the day, you'd like, oh, you need this. But Anymore, it's just what matches. I mean, I'm that guy that if I sell you a 4-channel amp, I'm going to sell you the matching mono block because that's just what I like.
Yeah.
Now, if you're coming in and you're like, dude, I'm a bass head, what do I buy? I'm like, Paul's going to walk you over and show you the Scar amps. And you're going to be like, oh, cool, you know, because they're big and they're sexy. But I don't really have a go-to, like, you need this amp for your sub.
No, see, my favorite amplifier probably is the PDX B9. Subwoofer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Next question. We'll have to think on that one.
All right. I just bought 3rd generation Toyota Avalon today. It has a factory navigation. I want to add Morel speakers, 4-channel amp, and way to connect my phone to it. What are my options? And also, I want to add a sub in the future.
Okay.
So the first thing you're gonna do is check packaudio.com. If you're gonna like some form of connect your phone, maybe change your radio. Then from there, you can start checking Morel. What kind of speakers you wanna add? Amplifier. Maybe you're gonna go for like the full 5-channel amplifier, or the 4-channel amplifier and a 2-channel amplifier. Depends.
So let's talk about this real quick. So it says no other brand has anything to compete with a PRS-80. Okay, let's play this game for a second. How do you listen to music nowadays? Most people aren't listening to CDs. Mm-hmm. If you're a high-res guy, you're gonna buy a high-res audio player of some kind, like we were looking at the Wilkin, whatever, you know, yeah. Okay. If you're a thumb drive guy, fine, whatever. If you're a phone guy, okay. Figure out how you're listening to your music. That's key. First off, how are you listening to CDs? Fine. If you're listening to CDs, PRS-80 is the way to go. But if you're not, let's back this train up and figure this out. Because really what makes that thing so cool is it's 4-volt output or 5-volt output, it's EQ and all this other fun stuff. A DRS-1 has all that, and a DRS-1 is $250. Okay, so you can get a DRS-1 that has 8 channels of output, that's 5-volt, that has a 32-band EQ for all 8 channels, has time correction for all 8 channels, has level control for all 8 channels, and it has a global EQ for all the EQ at once. It has independent left and right EQs, so, you know, for $250, it has an input. It has either a high level, it has 4-channel RCA, and it has a digital coax Toshlink input. It has an aux input. So you can pretty much feed it anything you want. It's controllable from an iWatch. It's controllable from your smartphone or your iPad for $250. I don't know about you, but a PRS-80 is looking less and less exciting to me because I can't whip out a 12-inch iPad or a 12-inch smart tablet of insert brand here and adjust everything and go, you know what, I don't like that setting today. Let's try this one. I'm just going to make this EQ setting here work for today. You can use any source unit you want. Anything. Why would you want a PRS-80?
Right.
I don't understand it. Let it go. Let it go. I got the AUX DSP Most One, put in my Impala with Bose. Pure plug and play. Cool. Thanks to go via Bluetooth. Okay.
All right. This is weird. 1,000 ohm resistor for an OEM amp, and an Audi V7 for a Kenwood DDX 9905S with IData and Maestro RR.
Okay.
This work?
What kind of car was it?
That's an Audi V7. I don't know what year. Resistors across the speaker wires.
So is he trying to use an AR?
An RR, I'm sorry.
Oh, so he's using an RR? I don't know. I mean, there again, you got to go to the websites and see. So for that, you want to go to IData and check and see if it's compatible with your car. That's
all right. And like we said before, if you need harness for your Honda Civic 2009, check packaudio.com, metraonline.com, Scotch.
I looked at the Maslow CNC router. And I looked at it.
Which one?
Really, the problem with the CNC routers that we're probably gonna get one of the affordable ones here in the next. But what we're trying to figure out is where we put it. That's really what it's coming down to, because we don't have a lot of room. If you ever get to the store, the first thing you're gonna say when you walk in the door, other than hi, is, "Wow, this looks a lot smaller than I thought." It literally is. I mean, there's the wall. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I'm back again.
I don't know if you answer this. Keen Base, you can check the Halo review or the Alpine with the Alpine guy. He's one of the people from Alpine, so we can interview it. So we have one guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we interviewed
Eric Brooks,
which is our regional trainer, I guess is the easiest way to say that's what he does. What we want to do, what we're waiting for with them is, right now it's still hot here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Although tonight, thanks to the hurricane, is going to be the coolest night since May. It's going to be down to 76 with almost no humidity, which really sucks because that would be a great night for me to go running. Unfortunately, I was up till 3:30 last night putting out that video because I thought it was going to be quick, and I was wrong, extremely wrong. So I'm kind of tired, so I plan on going home, going for probably just a 5K. Maybe 5 miles. It's gonna be 5. I like to just call it a 5. That way, when Sue goes, "Hey, how long are you gonna be?" I'm gonna do a 5, and then I leave, and then I have to decide: am I gonna do 5K or 5 mile? Anyways, sucks because I was, it'd be nice to get out and do a half tonight, but not gonna happen.
All right. Do you know if the Pioneer 8604 is capable of running a 2 ohm bridge, since
No.
it's 1 ohm stable?
8604?
8604.
No, and I wouldn't want to. No. It's 2 ohm stereo, 4 ohm mono. It's a 4-channel. It's a standard 4-channel, but it's a Class D, and it's an affordable Class D, which means run it at 4 ohm. That's it. Don't run it anything lower than that. It's a great amplifier. We use boatloads of those amplifiers, but we always run them at 4 ohm because we're trying to retain the sound quality of the amplifier. Very few Class D amplifiers work well below 4 ohm. It's not that they won't play, but they just don't like it. Now, like his PDX V9, that has constant power, so it doesn't matter if it's 2 or it's 4 ohm. It's built to run that way. It sounds amazing on either one. Audio control, the new 4.800s, either the LC or the D, it doesn't matter. Those things sound great at 2 ohms, like throwing the set of Focal K2s on there.
Yeah.
Woo, man, power for days. Sounds awesome. Other amplifiers that aren't built like those or come with the price tag like those, no, run them at 4 ohm. Do
What's
yourself
out
a
from
favor.
UK?
Head unit, Kenwood or Pioneer? He's gonna say Pioneer.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go Kenwood.
Yeah.
But I'm very specific on my Kenwoods. For me, the 9904 or the 9905 or the 995 that's all I'm buying. I mean, they're the two most. I will take that back. If I gotta buy an inexpensive one, I want the 350. I like the 350.
Yeah.
But those are the 3 I'm buying. That's it. That's what I want.
That's good.
And for me, my thought is this: these radios are all pretty reasonable nowadays. I mean, I look at it like this: when I bought my first 7909 Alpine pull-out radio, it cost me $1,000. It had bass and treble. It didn't have an amplifier built into it. It had 4-channel RC output.
Yeah.
Literally, it had bass, treble, 2 sliders, and a volume knob. It was a pull-out. It had a green screen. It told me the time and what radio stations I had. That was it. And I paid $1,000 for that, and I thought I had just bought the coolest thing in the world. Now, for $1,000, I can get a 995.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Holy Jesus, Batman! Are you kidding me? So when guys sit there and go, "Man, that's $300, $400," no, I get it. Money ain't cheap. Money's money.
Money isn't cheap.
Money ain't cheap. Money ain't free. Money don't grow on trees. But come on, man. Step up.
Okay, I like Pioneer, but honestly, I don't need a Pioneer right now. I use my phone with a DSP. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. We're running because
exactly.
you're running
Like,
you're running your phone directly into the DR.
Yeah. Aux, I can control everything.
Which is funny because we haven't. Victor was asking what the next review is. The next unboxing review is going to be on the Rockford Fosgate 404.
404.
Which is the little amplifier that we keep playing with. It's just, so that's next.
When we have time, we do this, so.
Yeah, it's been rough. Well, the other thing too is like we actually had time last night, and see, running is a great thing because running is where I come up with a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And running the other night, I've had these videos, and I was like, man, I really wish I could come up with a way to bring these videos that I have out to you guys so you could just see them, because why not? They're videos. You like videos. I got videos. So
IT techs.
You know, it was, how do we do that? And then I was like, oh, well, we just talk about them. Duh.
Yeah.
So we filmed those last night, and yeah. Evil 8, yes, the new pack radio. So the guy is being kind of, and I'm like, really? And he's like, don't worry. And I was like, oh, but, and so that's kind of where we're at with that one, Car Gift. Yeah. We'll have it, but, okay.
All right, I have the DSR1, the Rockford. That's the DSP that I have.
That's what we're testing right now.
Yep.
Oh, which reminds me, I'm missing mine. I wonder if we got those in yet. I bet you we did. He's not going to give him.
Yeah. All right. Adam has a 2006 Audi V7. IData headline actually suggests 1,000 ohm. I'm just not sure if that's a good idea.
Do you know the answer? Because I got to be honest, I was reading Wolf Williams, and he had a great question. The hurricane did not slow down business. Fortunately for us, honestly, I didn't even know there was a hurricane coming until like everyone was like, dude, there's a hurricane coming. I was like, really? Because it didn't affect us at all. I mean, yeah. Okay.
All right. So, of course, I'm assuming he's putting the Kenwood DDX 9905 with IData Maestro RR.
Okay.
IData say that he needs 1,000 ohm resistors.
Okay.
He's not sure if he need one or not. So.
If IData said that's what you need, that's what you need. Plain and simple. If that's what they told you to do, get them. How's that DSR?
It's pretty cool, man. I like it.
Okay, now this question I want you to answer. This is for you. It says, Dean, we know you love to run. What do you do for fun, Fernando? And when do you take time for yourself and rest? Okay, the bottom part, we're just going to disregard that because we never take time for ourselves, whether it be me or him. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
Whether for me, Haley and I do The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. If you guys haven't caught that, that's another YouTube channel, The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. God, self-promoting never ends. Anyways, what do you do for fun, Fernando?
What I do for fun is play with my kids. Just family time. We go here, we go there. My wife plays soccer.
You go here and there?
Yeah, I go everywhere. My wife plays soccer, and now I'm playing soccer with,
You've been playing soccer on the weekend?
Yeah, on the weekend. So, yeah, we just go play soccer for a little bit, go eat, and,
So Fernando's idea of a fun event is he'll come in on Monday, and we went out of town this weekend and went out to eat. Which means they drove a half hour to Tampa and went to Tampa to eat. But they went out of town. Technically, they went out of town.
I know.
And they'll drive past 10 restaurants here because the Tampa
for me, Spanish food in Tampa is the best.
There you go.
So that's what we go in and drive 30 minutes over there to.
Tim, he speaks Spanish for fun.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that's what I do.
So Tim has his DSR1 and his Harley.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good place for it.
And also I like to dance. So when I have time.
Oh yeah, he does like to dance. I've said that
dance
before.
With my wife. Yeah.
Which doesn't happen too often. So funny story, real quick. Probably not, but real quick. When the kid was on its way.
Audio control is in the house.
What's up, Chris? Or Chris-like person, maybe. Anyways,
audio control.
Audio control. We won't mention Bluetooth dongle. Shh, I didn't say that. Anyways, so when Sebastian, his kid, was getting ready to be born, Haley was like 16 years old, and I was like, dude, I was doing the whole, hey, get ready for this thing, and I was like, once that kid is born, because he's like, man, I can't wait till the kid's born so we can go out and go dancing again. You're never going to go out and go dancing again for at least the first 2 years. And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? And he's like, trust me, because you're going to get out and you're going to be like, as soon as you're out, you're gonna be like, I wonder what he's doing. I wonder if he's okay. I wonder whoever's watching him knows what they're doing. What if they don't realize how much butt cream he needs because he's got a rash right now? And I was like, it won't be fun. So you're gonna try it once, and then you're gonna just turn around and come home. What happened the first 2 years, Fernando?
That was no dancing. That was no sleeping. That was no eating. That was horrible. Like, oh my
his
God.
first year with this kid, man. And the funny part is, it's not his wife's first kid. So she was playing along with his craziness.
Okay, she knows how everything.
Oh yeah.
Because, no?
Yeah, this ain't her first rodeo.
Right, exactly.
But she let it be you, and she
that was like, hey,
stupid.
I was like, what? No, what? It's okay. Everything is fine. Calm down. I'm like,
manic
no.
over here.
Oh man.
When are you gonna review the AVIC 8200 NEX? We've done that one twice. It's more like the 8400. That's the one we need to review.
Oh yeah.
Back to Cargill mentioning the Evil 8. I really want to get that new Stinger radio.
That's true, Sean.
Put that in. And take the 4400 out, but I gotta give Nathan a call again, see if we can get this thing working because it's driving me crazy.
I'm from Mexico City, Julio.
Ooh, anybody watch Sicario? Just saying, the new one?
No, not yet.
Do you guys ever do sound editing on Headliner?
No.
I haven't done that in a really long time. So I don't know. We haven't done that.
You know, one of my friends, they put foam. Like foam.
Oh God!
They spray
really?
foam.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
They spray foam and they put the headliner.
So when I had a Dodge Ram, the problem that I had with the Dodge Ram is that the heat would just pound in through the top because it was dark blue. And even in my gray one. So what I did was they have the air conditioning repair kits. So like when your ductwork dies, they make this stuff you wrap around it, but it's peel and stick. It's got insulation, the shiny stuff. So I didn't need it for sound deadening. I just needed it for heat. So I took my headliner down and put that all in my headliner. Oh, it was so nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. LML. Never pictured Fernando as a dancer. You guys are great installers. And you better fathers. Oh no, dude. Trust me. Yeah. Dancer. Dance machine, dance machine, dance
I can dance.
There's no heat in Wisconsin.
Oh, definitely no
Probably
heat
not.
there.
Yes, the first one was the best, but waiting on number 3.
Yeah.
You are a trooper.
Wow. Oof.
Yeah, you know, that's one. It's funny. I mean, not to go down Kid Talk with Dean and Fernando at 5 Star Car Stereo. You know, we had Haley, and I you know, one of the things is being a parent. I feel you have to realize is that
50 in Indiana. Oh wow.
Are you a parent that wants multiple kids? And even though I'm fine with kids, I knew my wife wasn't. So one and done was good.
Okay, I was one of the person that I want like 3 kids. You know, it seems fun. You know, all my family is like a huge. You know, aunts, uncles, like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, I mean that's
exactly Spanish people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said it.
I didn't say it. Not me.
Anyway, so I was like, yeah, you know, 3 kids, that's fine. Boom, the first one, and I'm like, I'm done. That's it, no more.
Ever make a sub and that looks like the stock back seat and make it someone could sit on it? The bottom. So the problem that we always, yes, I have, but not so someone could sit on it. There's a couple instances that I did. I had a Dodge Ram once where we put in a Macintosh MC4000. For those of you guys that know, that's that really big Macintosh. It's not really. It's about 4. Anyways, and it's got the meters. It's a 6-channel. So what we did is we took his whole seat out and we made the Macintosh his back wall, and then the bench part is where we put the 410s. Down firing, and then we wrapped it to make it look like a seat. And the idea was so that when someone walked by, they kind of look in. Yeah, sure, they're going to see the big-ass Macintosh amplifier there, but it kind of looks like a bench seat. And really what it was is he had a dog, so his dog crawled over the top of it. Yay. And then I had, what's that little Suzuki that your buddy has? The little car, the Jeep-like thing.
The Samurai.
Samurai. So we had a girl that had a Suzuki Samurai, and what we did with that was she had the bottom, but she took the top out. We made a 210s band pass that sat where this would go, and then we had pillows or cushions made because she had a whole new interior done that snapped onto the box. And so the port was right here. So it was a normal seat. It was just the 210s band pass that was actually the back of the seat. So yeah, that's my experience with that. Now we've made plenty of boxes that sit on the seat or behind a seat or something like that. But same boat as Fernando, one and done. No, that would have been me. He's got two. I'm a single.
Well, yeah, but like,
sorry guys. Which would you choose for SQ? Or the Millie Legends 703 in combination with the
ML 1800.
So we finally got around to hearing some of the Millie Legends. They are really, really nice. Now, in the past, when it came to the Millies, with the Hertz in general, the tweeter was loud and and he loved it. And it was a great seller because of the fact that the tweeter. I feel what they did is they tamed that tweeter a lot. They kind of lassoed that thing in and made it smooth. I'm really impressed with the Millies. I mean, I know a lot of guys, we're sometimes a little behind when it comes to hearing things, but they're really nice. Very sound quality, very, very defined tweeter. It's still very sharp, still very bright. Has a lot of definition, but it's not so taxing. And that would be my thought on that as far as if I would do those. I would be very pleased with those. Fernando, how did you get your job at 5-Star?
I used to work for the competition, and not really competition because that was not a competition. That was another shop. So I used to come over here to buy some parts and a lot of stuff because we never have it. So I always came over here, and when I watched the install, the Dean was working and everything. Paul was like, "Hey, what you guys break? What you guys burn today?" And I was like,
and I was just the total opposite. I'd be like, "Hey, have you heard of this? Hey, have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Hey, let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to do that." And then when it came time for us, when it was like, okay, I need some help. This is getting to be a little bit too much for me, which we talk about more in one of the videos that we have coming up. One of the classic Dean install videos. We hired him, and that was it.
That's it.
And, he brought his screwdriver and his crimpers, and I said, just leave that stuff at home. We'll get you new tools.
Yeah. That's it.
Looking for a data cable for an Exelon parts. If you need parts for products, packparts.com. That's pacparts.com. Not to be confused with Pack Audio.
No.
It's called Pack Parts, and they're in California. So that's where you want to go to find all your parts. If that part exists, that's where it's going to be located. If you still can't find it, give Kenwood a call. But we get everything we need, like harnesses, and they all go through Pack Parts. Those cool, Okay, guys, gotta go finish my clutch job. Thank you for stopping by, Ram.
See you, Ram.
For the rest of you, we still got 20 minutes of fun and excitement.
Yeah.
Hey, from the Middle East, what's going on?
What's going on?
I like the idea of a seat that is also a sub box. Thanks for the reply. Yeah, the one other thing I was thinking about while we did that is, this was cool. We had a guy come in with an F-250, and he wanted a sub box. He wanted us to take out his back seat because he had the two biggest dogs in the world. These things were massive. And they had the whole back seat area. So he goes, I have an idea. I want to build a floor back here because it's all this, and he wanted just a flat floor back there. So we're like, okay, cool. So we built him a flat floor, and we built it about 10 inches off, like a deck. It was almost like a deck we built in the back of his truck. Okay. And then he had a guy that welded, and they welded him this funky cage that separated. It wasn't a cage, it was just bars. So if the dogs would come forward, they wouldn't bound in. They couldn't come through the center. I'll draw you a picture. Okay. Anyways, it was just some bars that kept the dogs in the back. And then what we did is, because we built a deck, is we put 4 12s
Under the deck.
Under the deck. So we put
Oh my
4
God.
Pioneer 12s.
Why are you torturing the dogs like that?
Oh, who cares? He didn't care. So, and we did 2 originally, and he was like, oh man, I want more bass. So we said, well, we got room, so we put 2 more. So we had 4 12s by the time we were done. It was pretty cool.
You don't want your dogs coming over here, but you just want to bounce it in the back.
New York, Denmark, and
that's
Australia,
awesome.
What's going on? I just saved a bunch of money switching to Geico.
That was good.
Do you think you guys would ever be willing to teach a small beginner's course?
Ooh.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those things that we kick around the idea a lot is, you know, obviously with the channel we like to share as much information as we can. Yeah, when the time is right, definitely. We'd also, you know, it's one of those things, that was one of the topics of this, which I probably shouldn't talk about, but I don't care. That was one of the topics of discussion when we were out at Kicker, was they were talking about the idea of having some kind of a class, 3-day class that you paid for from, and of course I was immediately like, oh God, I have all the ideas in the world. Let's do this, let's get this, we can do that. And they're just like, whoa, slow down. And I was like, and they're like, you know, writing stuff down. I was like, okay, this is how we should run this class, and you know, and it should be open to anybody that wants to do it, not just shop guys, you know. And it was like, okay, what do we charge for this? And I was like, I don't know. That's not my job. My job is just to make this class be cool.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's a lot of things that can be talked about but need to be taught. And you know, and my pitch was to have a class that takes a person from talking to a customer, walking in the door,
Saludos, Puebla,
selling the system, to putting the system in the car, and in the whole thing. It was a lot of things. It was a lot of fun.
That would be cool. You see, that's election, so we can run.
No. But yes, that's something that I've always toyed with the idea of doing. I'd really like to do that. The other thing is, which I thought would be neat, is this year when we were out at Knowledge Fest, they had a class that Ethan and NVS Carlos were teaching on Instagram and Facebook. And I was like, well, where's the YouTube portion of this? I mean, I would love to teach a class on how to take YouTube and help your business grow with YouTube. Not necessarily the course we took with YouTube, because we did something that makes no sense whatsoever. Because if you want to do what we done, cool, but don't plan on sleeping for 3 years.
Well, you never know. Maybe next year.
No, maybe next year I'll get some sleep. Doubtful.
Yeah, exactly.
The run to 100. Anyways, I thought that would be a neat class to teach too. It's just how to take your business and use YouTube as a benefit for the business. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. One day, maybe. Any experience with the no. MVX stuff, we really haven't had any opportunity to play with those, John. What's your thoughts on the DS18 hooligan line? Worth money or all hype? Paul does stock some DS18 stuff, and we did get the opportunity when we were at Knowledge Fest to look at a lot of the DS18 stuff. The heck's that?
Look at that.
Okay, that was cool. We did have the opportunity to look at a lot of that DS18 stuff. It looks really impressive. The thing I will say this about any of it, okay? I wish I could remember how he called it the other day when you're shopping, you know, when a manufacturer buys by box.
Yeah.
But anyways, you know, it's not that the stuff would be bad just because it says DS18. It could be the greatest stuff in the world.
Yeah.
The difference is DS18 probably had nothing to do with the design of the product so much so as they were going like this. Ooh, I like that. Let me get that, and let me get that, and ooh, can you put it in a shiny box?
Exactly.
Awesome. You know, there's probably, you know, and then they get it back, they put it in a car, and those to go, oh yeah, that sounds really nice, cool. You know, oh well, you know, maybe we should go with that other tweeter. But there's no development side of things, you know, and that's where a lot of the times that separates the men from the boys.
Yeah.
Development is key, and you know, when we had the Kicker guys on, and even when we had Peters on, Jeff Peters on, you know, Peters. Anyways, it's another Jeff. You know, the theme that we were talking about unknowingly was the amount of time that like these manufacturers, like Otis and Hertz, like Kicker, and I'm sure all the other ones, like when I was talking with the Morel guys, Casey, you know, there's a whole group of people that's what they do at the company. That's it. You know, they're just there to make speakers and and yeah. So I'm pretty sure DS18 ain't doing that. But that doesn't mean it's bad stuff. It just means it's not developed for them. They just bought it and put their name on it. I could be wrong.
All right. So Julio, we use Stinger, and because that's what we choose to use, Stinger wire,
Cool.
and that's the only thing we use.
Hurricane missed you. That's good. Were you guys worried? No.
Well, for a little bit.
You were?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I was
gotta
like
be honest
this,
with you, I
man.
didn't lose
You're
a
like,
wink
what?
of sleep.
Who's coming? I don't know who's
Exactly.
coming.
Chinese importers. DS18 equals China. Who isn't a Chinese importer anymore?
I
mean,
know,
let's be
right now,
honest. Everything's
everything.
coming from China.
Everything.
Now, it was
This
funny.
coming from China.
So, okay, good point. And thank you, Cybertrucker. You're the best, by the way. So when we were talking with Jeff,
Thomas.
Audison Hertz, Electromedia, as it's called, they own the plant that makes their speakers in China. Now, they make a lot of stuff in Italy, but they also make a lot of stuff in China. But they own the plant there in China as much as you can own something in China. And they're probably the mob. They're probably scared of them. But anyways, and we were talking about that because they actually have guys over there that are on the line. They're not farming it out. That's their building. That's their employees. You work for Electromedia in China. And I was like, wow, that's neat because, some of the stuff that gets lost in the conversation is, well, what if you own the facility in China that's making your stuff? Technically, you're still making it. You're designing it. You're just having those guys screw it together. Yeah. It's not like you're hiring somebody like whatever the plants are that make the phones and the computers, and you're not going to a plant. You own the building, you own the tools. What does it matter where that building is located? So that was something I thought was interesting about Audison Hertz, was that it's their facility. So neat.
Yeah.
Still sad. Stillwater does not make anything here. Now, okay, so the big misconfusion. Okay, let's think about this for a minute. Let's roll this back a little bit. As far as you got to remember, what did Kicker start out making? Enclosures. They were an enclosure manufacturer. Okay, so if you go back and you look at Steve Irby's first box that he made, okay, it was Motorola speakers that they bought. He actually bought refurbished Motorola speakers. He bought a passive radiator. They didn't make anything. He was buying off the rack parts. So that first wedge truck box, other than having Kicker silkscreened on it, they were making the boxes. They were a box manufacturer. Okay, so very little was ever assembled here in the United States as far as that goes. That's not what they were in the business of. Now, when it comes to making products, there again, if you own the building where the stuff is being made. Now, they do use vendors, like most people do use vendors. One of the things we didn't get the opportunity to see, though, which really kind of disappointed me, is the molds. They have the molds there. John showed me the pictures of the molds for some of the products, and I was like, because they take you through the process of what it takes to actually make a woofer basket.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, I understand. But hey, who knows? With all these tariffs, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Lester, the power subwoofers like the T1 shallow mounts, they sound really good.
Oh, the T1 is phenomenal. The P3 is not bad.
Now you're gonna need a nice box, or the 10 come with a port box, really nice.
The Rockford preloaded one is nice.
Yeah.
What was it that we did the other day that we put those in?
The Toyota.
Was it
the Toyota Tundra?
Toyota Tundra Fox box.
Yeah, 2 T1.
Ooh, 2 T1s. Got to get the grills.
Crazy.
Oh my God,
That was
dude,
crazy.
that was stupid.
Okay.
Were you ever a big installer fanboy of the old ADS car stereo equipment? I still have 2 P. Oh wow. One of the finest ever. So my story with that was ADS was cool. ADS was a big brand for Crutchfield. And when I was young and I was, looking through the Crutchfield porn catalog as it was, those were always the things. And it was like, ooh, those are neat. Never really did anything with them. I kind of automatically got roped into Orion, and then ADS was out of the picture.
Yeah.
But no, I always appreciated the products, and I thought it was really neat.
Yep.
Okay.
How often do you are bothered by questions by friends and family?
Yeah, I was getting ready to read that, and then you started. Do you want to answer that one before I go?
Go ahead.
Bright Star boxes are made in the USA. Thank you, Victor.
Yeah.
You're so correct. So when I was younger, a lot younger. Anyways, when I had more hair.
That was a lot.
Yeah, most of my friends were geared around car audio. So I spent a lot of my off time putting in car audio, playing with car audio, doing my friends' cars and stuff like that. So every waking minute had something to do with car audio. And then I met Sue, and I still had a lot of friends that were bugging me about car audio. And then I got married, and I still had people bugging me to do stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, I get like 1 day off a week? No. So I have a strict policy now. Anyone that works here or works for me or works not for me, well, yeah, whatever. They all work for me, even though Paul owns the store. There's no side work. There's no side work. No. There's no doing stuff in the parking lot. There's no doing your buddy's stuff. No. There's none of that. You have 1 day off. Take your day off and do something with that day off other than car audio. You need to decompress. I don't even help people like put up fences and stuff like that or go out. I don't do any of that stuff.
Nothing.
On the weekend, I don't touch tools. That's my rule. It's taken me years to get this way. And
I'm still learning.
Yeah, you know, because he'll be like, hey, you know, so and so on. I'm like, dude, no. Just tell them no. Just tell them no. Yeah. But as far as that goes, no, we don't do any side work. We don't do anything car audio related outside of here.
We barely have time to spend with the family, and when we have it, it's like, it's for the family.
And it's funny, too, because, like, I'll have, like, you know, people ask, you know, relatives, and they'll be like, hey, you know, and I'll be like, okay, well, call Paul and make an appointment.
Bye, car gift. Thank you.
So that answers that.
Yeah.
What's the biggest mistake you ever made installing? Ever burned a car down? Never burned a car down.
No. No. Touching.
You know, it's funny. This is actually a topic for a podcast we're going to talk about more, so we won't go too deep into it. But the easiest way I'll answer that is that as installers, we're expected to be 100% perfect 100% of the time. Guess what? Not possible. We'll leave it at that because that's a future podcast.
All right, guys.
Same here. I work with computers and everyone wants help 24/7. IT techs there, exactly. You know, and trust me, I have my one friend that is an IT guy. Yeah. And Jeff. Yep. And I try not to ever bug him with anything because my questions are purely Windows.
That was a good one.
Amen. Victor, Dean is going to buy you dinner for free work.
That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyways, I try not to bug him ever, but if I do, it's like, hey, listen, I know you're busy. I got one stupid question. How do you format this? And he'd be like, dude, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the best one, Victor, is when they go, hey, how about a case of beer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we still have, like, customers that came over here and, hey, do you guys want a beer or something?
It's like, no, man. No, our refrigerator's filled with water.
Yeah.
You know, because beer. No. That, you know, and that's one of my pet peeves. I had a problem with, okay, whether you drink or not, that's entirely up to you. It's your life. Have fun. Enjoy your weekends. If you want a Corona, kick it back. Wow. Yay. Go for time. I chose not to drink. I don't drink. Yeah. I'm the last Boy Scout. I understand. I don't drink. Don't do drugs. Don't do pills. I don't do any of that crap. Don't smoke cigarettes. It's just a lifestyle choice. It's understandable. Yeah. Everyone has to make
Everybody
choices.
have their own.
Anyways, you know, when people come in and are like, hey man, you want a beer? And it's like, dude, I'm working on your car. Why would I want to drink? You want me to be drunk and working on your car? That's not to say I've never drinking before. I just choose not to since high school. What about iced tea? Go easy there, Victor. Go easy there. No iced tea, no iced tea, man. Because if you think this is wired, woo. Anyways,
yeah. No.
So Dean doesn't drink. No, Dean doesn't drink. So the thing is like Pack put out an ad once that was like, you know, buy Pack products. They make you faster. You can spend more time drinking, and it was like, really? Like, okay, now all installers are all drunks.
Shun.
Dean is weird.
Sorry, imagine drunk.
Okay, so all right, since we're going down that road, and this ship has jumped, this train has jumped the tracks. So the problem I have with drinking is that I never really get drunk. I become hypersensitive. I almost have like the wrong reaction to getting drunk because if if I've tried, don't get me wrong, I've tried. I was in high school once too, so I have tried and given it my best effort. But what happens is, for one, alcohol makes me pee constantly. So as soon as I start drinking, I have to pee and I have to pee and I have to pee and I have to pee, which sucks.
You wanna keep the conversation in the bathroom.
Yeah, and two, I become like hypersensitive. So it's like I become more alert instead of like relaxed and like, hey man, ooh, yeah. I get totally the opposite. I just get like, okay, what's going on? Not like paranoid or anything like that. It's just, it becomes more annoying than anything else. I never was able to get to that point where I see all my buddies out there go, oh, we're having a great time. I could never do that. I
Right.
became more introverted than I already am, which is just weird. So, 22 years selling booze, seen it all. Exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
This isn't cardio talk. Okay, Tim, so it's jump the tracks. But that's okay, man. Hey, you know, every now and then you just gotta go. Only drink Corona.
There you go.
You know, so, all right, guys. That takes us to an hour. This has been a fun show. This has been a Friday show, so talking about a little booze at the end is probably a good idea because I know some of you that don't have to work tomorrow and are going to enjoy your 2-day weekend are probably going to find some place to partake in the joy. And if you do, that's what Uber and Lyft are for, my friends.
Exactly.
Uber and Lyft. There's
Don't
no
drink and
reason
drive,
to drink and
people.
drive
No,
anymore.
no,
For $15, you can get a trip home.
Safe.
Okay.
Done. Yep.
What is the biggest system you've ever done? Don't know? We'll have to talk about that next time. So, real quick, there is no show tomorrow because I'm going to the Lightning game. Thank you very much. They're probably going to lose. But hey, I get a soft pretzel, and that's really all that matters because that's why I go. DNF Tool Drawer is a place where you can find all the cool tools that we use.
Tony.
Teespring /store/5 stars is a place where you can find all the cool shirts. Not this one.
Nope.
Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, you do get the free podcast. Well, free. You get the paid for because you're paying for us because you're Patreon. We thank you very much. But as a Patreon, you get the podcast video a week earlier than everyone else getting an audio version. So that's awesome. The rest of you guys, thank you so much as always for watching. We hope you have a wonderful weekend.
See you IT Text.
You guys are great. We'll see you next week. Monday it is. Monday Q&A. Here we come. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later.
Peace out. Bye.